Hello and welcome to the Phil and Matt Tuesday show. We hope you're all doing very well at home. Here we are with you on the 16th of January 2024. See, I've got my dates right, not like Friday's show.
Not like on Friday.
Not only did we put
Yes.
the wrong show up completely through a cock up of me, then I had the wrong date on it as well. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that was all good.
You're in the future.
I was literally, we were in the future, but never mind. So we are back to the future today, though, with you. So anyway, trust you all doing very good. You had a good weekend. Obviously, the members, you got a video part yesterday, the B25, which we'll have a look at the moment. That went up. And how's your week going so far, Matt? You all good?
All right, yeah. Busy as usual, but yeah, no, good. Yeah, good. Bit chilly here,
Chilly,
to say the
bit
least.
chilly.
It's been a bit drafty out in the shop, shall we say,
Yes,
picking and packing. But no, it's all right. It's all good. Can't
definitely.
complain.
Yes, I must admit, here it's -5 this morning, and I don't think our front, because it's north facing that way, it's got above freezing because the builders have basically binned off today because the cement's frozen. So, so they're
That's
like, we
bad, isn't
can't
it, when your cement
cement
freezes?
and render. Well, the thing is, like, they had a big mound of sand they've got out there, and it was like an igloo because it's frozen on the top. They were whacking it, and it's like ding, ding, ding. It was solid, but inside they were getting the sand out for it. But yeah, they were like literally to the point of, do you know what? We just can't do it in this. So they've binned off today and tomorrow, back on Thursday, Friday, and then next week apparently the temperatures are going up, so they'll be back to do all the rendering and finishing off.
It'd be drenched in
Hopefully.
rain.
Yeah, well, that would be the thing. It'd be raining instead. Can't do it because it's too wet again.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Whose idea is to do building work in winter?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
never mind. Anyway, good old week this week. I must admit, said I've been pushing on very, very heavily. If I show you what we are to so far. So, for me, I've been diving into the B25. So, this is obviously the HK 48 scale. This is the J version. So we've come through, and I've been doing this completely out of sequence in a lot of areas, purely because I was waiting on one part which has arrived today, which I'll show you in a moment, which is nice. But anyway, this is technically, it's all done and dusted, so that's okay. We just got to finish off those bits in a moment. I did the tail, which again, beautiful work, no problem at all. That's all in there. That's all good to go. And then we've done the engines. So we've got the engines installed in here and everything else. When you see it like that, that's quite a little bit of it. Is it anhedral when it goes down, or is it dihedral?
What?
Can never remember.
Like a little gull wing.
Yes, it's got a bit of a gull wing. Dips down a bit there, doesn't it?
It does.
So,
Actually. Yeah.
Well, actually, I think it's more like that, isn't it? I think it's level on the end and it dips down in the inside rather than that way. But yeah,
Yes.
when you see it like that, it's actually quite a difference, isn't it? When you actually, do all the lines it up and everything, it does come down quite a bit. But
Yeah, cool.
so anyway, this is done. And again, I'm not doing it somewhat like the instructions. We've often said about instructions, they're there to make your life harder. Because it says about you have to put the wheels in now and yeah, you don't. You can do it afterwards. So we've elected to go down that route. Really nice touches with this, though, the way it goes in. You've got these little infills at the back that go in. And then you put another infill which covers the first infill. It's a bit weird. But again, this is quite a nice one because it is designed to be gear up and flaps up, or gear down, flaps down if you wanted to. So obviously we will do it all with it all down and everything else. But we've got the cowlings which fit on top, and it just fits absolutely lovely. It all just drops together. And I said to Matt earlier, we were having a phone call, and I did say the way I describe HK kits is that if you've ever built ICM, think of it just like an ICM kit, but it's a little bit more detailed. So you've got, but it's in that same style. It's not overcomplicated, and it just goes. There's no filler on this yet at all. We haven't needed anything, and it has gone together absolutely beautifully. So no problem at all with these engine nacelles. And sometimes, let's face it, there can be a little bit of a fit issues and things like that. We've had no problem with that at all. And again, when we come to do the wings, which obviously it has this keyed system, you put it in and then pull back. As you can probably see, it is a beautiful join. There is no need for glue even. It's that good. There's no gaps or anything else. It literally just slides and keys in. Locks into position. There's a lot of people can learn a thing or two from this system. And as you say, obviously on the B17 had it, and so did the Lancaster. And it just works really, really well. So I've had a giant wing spar through. To have that and then lock in, it is just very, very nice. There's no play in that. It's just solid. So again, very, very nice indeed. So that's all good. But Matthew very kindly sent me down today a couple of bits I've been waiting for this one. To be honest, first of all is this. So this is the old space set. Let's pause now and get it out. So this is for the one that we're actually doing. So actually what we got down here is a 3D printed instrument panel. And again, like I was saying to Matt, it's a bit like now wrapping your car. Instead of having it resprayed or painted, you can just wrap it and it's quicker. Because obviously these, I do put them down with PVA glue underneath them and everything else, but you treat them like a decal and they go down. But because they are gorgeous and they are all raised details and stuff, I can't paint that level of detail in a million years, not even if I had a million time magnifier on and all the rest of it. So for somebody who's done all the hard work and literally just come along and stick these on is brilliant. Same goes with harnesses. Yes, I can build harnesses and all the rest of it, but when you can spend not a lot of money on something like this, it just takes care of my weak points. So my weak points are literally doing detail painting. So not very good at it, and the old eyes are failing me these days. So to do something like this just makes it so much easier. And it just brings a whole new level of detail down into the cockpit area and everything else. So that's why we haven't been charging through to get this thing buttoned up. So it's just been done. I've sanded off all the details. It is all waiting for it. So now we can come in and we can actually get then all of those instruments down in there and all the detail parts onto it. I can get the seats all done with it as well. So they're just sat here waiting to be harnessed up and then put in. And we are set and ready to go down in there. So that's good. The other really important thing to this as well is one of these. It's a mast set. So again, we often talk about it for the sake of, I don't know, what are they, £7 to £10 for a mast set? Yeah, it's one of those, it's a no-brainer these days. Matt has totally convinced me that you need a mast set for that. Whereas before, I was very much a case of, oh no, I've got me tape. I'm getting old now. And I think for the money, a full die-cut mast set, it just saves you so much time messing around and everything else. So we got one of those. So last up, the big thing was what markings were we going to do in this? Because the ones all in the kit are 1945 and I wanted 1944. And just to keep the colonies happy, I've gone with this one. So it's got a shark's mouth on it. So I was thinking about doing the metal, but yeah, there's something about a shark's mouth. So we're going to go with this one down in here from Australia, 1944. From 2 Squadron as well. So it's the ex-Netherlands aircraft. It just shows how these aircraft used to go around. So technically it was the US Air Force one to start with, and then it went to the Netherlands and became that one. All right, and then it went off to the Royal Australian Air Force with 2 Squadron as well, and ended up here. So it just shows how they moved around, and that's in 44. So it's it was quite early days really, and it still saw a lot of service. So thought it'd be a good one. So anyway, we're going to go with the colonies one. So we're going to go with the Australian one. And say I haven't done anything Australian in, that Liberator, I think, was the last time I did one.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but that'd be 24. Blimey,
yeah,
that's a long time.
Yeah, it will be. That's a long time. So it's well overdue that I do something from the Australian forces. So yes, so we're doing that one. So I thought it's quite cool. It's got a shark's mouth on it. So what's not to love?
So B-25s then.
Yeah.
Preference. Early one where the turret's further down the fuselage, or the later ones where it's just behind the cockpit?
I must admit, I do like the later one with it behind the cockpit. I think it's more streamlined. When it's down the back, it looks a bit odd.
Yes, I do. Yeah, there is. I have to agree. Yeah, because like the B's and the C's where it's further down. Because there's some lovely schemes for them, the early ones.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like the one just behind the. I say just behind the cockpit, where it's further up. I don't know what it is about it, to be honest, but yeah, aesthetically, it's more pleasing to my eye.
Yes, I think it is. I think it's definitely a little bit more pleasing when you see it down in here. Also, I suppose when you look at B-17s, it's obviously up there as well. It seems to be the right place to have it. It's only when you go back to the RAF ones, you look at the Lancaster, we have them down the tail. So yeah.
Yes.
I'm wondering also, the thing is that if you've got it further down the tail, and I don't know any of this, so please shout at home and write in the comments about it, but are you more likely to shoot a big chunk out of your own tail? Because you're there, aren't you? So the angles, when you're further up, you're more likely to zip past it more than actually hit, but because you're closer to it, surely there's more of a blind spot because you've got the tails there. Just down the back, because they're like this. If you're further down, they'll be not as... but they're up here, you've got more of a blind. So I would have thought that from a deflection point of view and beyond a visibility, it'd be better to have it nearer the front than it would be to be back next to those massive slabs of blind spot that you've got. So also shooting the chunk out of it, that bit where you get a bit over the top and mow straight through your own tail.
Bit over vigorous with the machine gunning.
Yes.
She's spinning round. Yeah. It's,
Do they have like an interrupter do you get to it and it stops firing and then it continues? Do they have like an interrupter gear so you didn't shoot your own tail off?
I don't know. There must be some safeguarding, surely, because, like I say, you're in the heat of battle and you're, you know, all of a sudden you've got to think, I can't go any further because I'm just going to rip my tail off in a minute.
Yeah, if you're not being funny, we're all done it. And, you know, you're following it and you've got him in your bead and all the rest of it. And the next thing you know, you're like that. And it's like, whoops.
Like a chainsaw going through it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like a right mess. So your pilot and co-pilot's not going to be happy.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Disabled the rudders.
Yeah. Captain, somebody shot a big chunk out of the tail. It may have been me.
I'll just get my parachute on now.
Yeah, I'm just leaving first.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, just like, I don't know. I do wonder actually if there was some safeguarding. I have no idea. I don't know actually.
I don't know if there was an interrupter. Is it?
Because you've got to say with any of the bombers, they've got a top turret though, haven't you? Because they've obviously got a full 360 sort of range. So I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Something we need to find out.
We need to know this. So if you do know the answer, write it in the comments down below, please, because I'd like to know that one. If there is genuinely, they had like an interrupter that would stop it from firing when you got to it from those angles.
Because obviously, like the old World War Ones, obviously, if you were shooting their own propeller off, they had that sort of disruptor for the machine guns then, didn't they? Where it fired mist, was it, or whatever it did?
Yeah.
There must be something, surely, because, you know, it could easily be done.
Yes, definitely.
So, anyway.
But no, really looking forward to cracking on with this one now. So I'm going to get those bits. Tomorrow is my day. I'm going to get it done, get it buttoned up. We get the wings put onto it. We get the tail put onto it. And, you know, start working on the glass work. We can get it all buttoned up. So next week, this thing will be into paint. So I said before, it's one of those, you know, we're at part 3 and we've pretty much got it built. So that's going very well with that particular one. The other bit as well that Matt sent me down was this, which we're waiting on, which is our nice look set as well. Sorry, space set. God, I get confused with all these things. It's look, it's space, it's everything. Space set. So anyway, nice bit of photo etch down in here. It's got the harnesses and everything. It's got the 2 instrument panels. And obviously this is because we are doing, on the smaller picture of it, we're doing the Tiger Moth in 32nd, which obviously I'm working alongside Matt. He's doing the car at the moment, the little magnet for this. So yes, so that's it. So I can push on with this one as well next week. So hopefully, I'm thinking Friday next week we'll get part 1 of the Tiger Moth should be up with you. That won't take long at all. I'm hoping it's not going to take long because, to be honest, there's not a great deal to it. So, and again, now I've been through the instructions to familiarise myself. This thing about the rigging's great. I've never seen it like that way before. You drill right the way through the hole. So you've got like laminations of wings. So what they've done very cleverly on this one, bottom wing, top wing, right? But it hasn't got the top bits or the bottom bits on it. But you drill holes all the way through, one piece of thread, and you're literally going to go everywhere, up and down, pull it all taut, and then you put the rest tops of the wings on, which then seals it all off. Brilliant. Clever.
That's really... because rigging is the one thing when it comes to biplanes that can put a lot of people off, and that's quite an ingenious solution because, like I say, you're drilling holes and you're trying to
get the glue to stick in there, and because normally I do it where you drill a small little hole into the actual plastic of the wing, and then I do with a little piece of knitting in elastic, and you super glue so it's hard on the end, so it looks like a pin, and you put it in. That way you can do the little bits of rigging coming off of it. But it's a long, and you got to get them to go in, and if you got old super glue, it doesn't bite.
Yes.
You know, and you're like, oh, dry your gear. You don't want to put kicker near it. So it's like, But I must admit, the way they've done that one actually is pretty much spot on. So you can thread it all and then literally just with normal thread, pull it all tight, tie it off, and then sandwich on the top parts of the wings and the bottom one goes on and your job's a good one. You're moving on. So I think that's a clever little design that is. That's somebody who hates rigging who thought, I know.
Hates rigging, or actually thought of a really smart idea of how to tackle rigging. I think that's probably the way to look at it, because it is a bit of a bugbear, isn't it? You either really like rigging or you really hate it. I don't think there's a lot in between, is there? Of them. I don't really mind it. Do you know what I mean? It's one or the other. It's very black and white with it. So fair play. Yeah, good stuff from ICM again.
Mm-hmm. Yes, good job. So anyway, what have you been doing? Let's have a look.
I have been doing. Here we go. The little MG. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's get the camera in. Here we go. Mm-hmm. It's a bit blurry today. So yeah, the little MG look, if I can actually get myself in shot for once, because I'm proper out of focus. So that's not on. That's just clipped into place. It's actually the fit, for the age of it. The only thing he ain't got is any decals. I like some dials. He's got no dials. I don't know if I've got anything in the spares box that might just suffice, because I don't even think I can paint something half decent that small. It's a shame, really.
I might be able to help you out there, because I think I've got some of the old, what are they called, heat dials and stuff.
Yeah.
So I might be able to help you on that one. So I can bring them up at the weekend.
Yeah, because I'm not be painting it before then anyway. And there's the interior. So I've done the seats. That's the tonneau cover is just dropped into place. So I'm not stuck there and I need to paint it. So it's not going to be grey, but
yeah,
we are getting there with that. And then
very nice.
Underneath, I tell you what, I'm becoming a right massive fan of this stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I need to try that. I haven't tried that one yet.
It goes on silky smooth, especially if you thin it with their own thinner. Back out a little bit, that's better, isn't it? Especially with their own thinner, the Aqueous thinner, it dries really quick, really hard, but a really, really nice satin finish. You can see underneath, look, you've got a really nice satin finish, but it's rock hard. And obviously they're doing another colour. I'll tell you the one I want them to do when they get round to it, it's the mahogany. Right, that's the only one they don't do. They do greys, they do white, obviously they do the black, but not the mahogany yet. But I think that'll be another good addition. So, the little MG is coming on. This is the colour it's going to be. So,
very nice. Does it have an official red name, or is it just red?
It's FS11136. Gloss red. But it's a nice colour. I think it's a nice shade. It's not too red, but it's not gone like maroon burgundy colour. Yeah. So, like I said, I painted the inside just to give it some colour. So that's the colour it's going to be. So that's cool. But yeah, I've got to say, for the age of this kit, which I did look was 70 something or other. It says on it somewhere. Does it say under there? Might say under here. See it there. There, look. Can you see that? Can't see what the super duper thing is on, but it's 76. I think it says.
Right.
So you can see it could whiten it.
It's a bit whited
but
out.
1976, so this is the original boxing, and like I say, it's going together a dream. Wheels are done, the little wheels are done, and me cleaning up, and the back, whatever that's supposed to be. And that's a coat of this gloss primer, but obviously it needs colour into the body colour, so this will all get a coat of white anyway. I just needed to see, because I don't like, white styrene's horrible to it, isn't it? So I gave it a coat of black, and then a coat of white, and then a coat of red, if that makes sense. That's how it works, just to make sure it works. But yeah, no, coming along nicely. So can't complain. So I shouldn't be too long doing this. Steering wheel's done. So yeah, I've been doing sub-assemblies. And then the other thing that I was showing is the little figures that's going to go with it. So these are out of Phil's Tiger Moth kit. Yeah. So we've got all the cadets and the instructor and pilot and all them. So we're going to pick a few of them. And the plan was, we're going to have this guy. So if we've got this parked up on our little base, the guy leaning over, look, actually looks like
he's looking in. Yeah.
Like he's looking in. Like so. So that's kind of the angle he's going. So he's definite in the story. And then we've got obviously the other three to figure out if we're going to use all three, or all four of them, or just three of them, or whatever. So obviously I think we need the pilot, and I think we need him here. So yeah, we'll work it out, won't we? When I'll paint them all up, and then if we use them, we do. If we don't, we don't. So I'm going to do a little mini tutorial on painting RAF figures. I'll pick one and do a video build for that, or a quick tutorial, because these are a lot nicer to work with in 30 seconds. But yeah, they actually, again, ICM figures, I rate them. They are so nice. Because we did the little ones off the other base that we did for the Tempest. Yes. And they were the little ICM figures. So really good. If you want some styrene figures that are quite good quality, look no further than them. So that's what I've been doing. I haven't done much on anything else on the base, because I've been doing some stuff on the other project that I ain't shown anybody. But I tell you what, I've been buying,
Ooh, that's a classic.
and
Ah.
do you know what? There's a cut. I'll show you the other one, but I really have a, I don't know, soft spot for these Matchbox armor kits. We've mentioned
Yeah.
it before. This is look, window box.
Yeah. I
We
used to
get
have that. That's the priest, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I used to have that one.
Yeah. We get obviously the little base and the kit, and even the figures are all right. You know, I built the West. We did the West for when we were doing COVID. I think I did it all for some reason, and I've still got it in the cabinet behind me. But even the little figures are well done, and again, these are from the 70s and early 80s, aren't they? So yeah, I've got a real soft spot for these little Matchbox kits. I've got that, and then the other one I've got, which is still in cellophane, is the old half track with the Pack 40 and the Beamer BMW bike.
Yeah.
And I was looking at, you seen the prices? Look at the price on that one.
What is
BT's
it?
look, 65p.
65p, yeah.
Or 63p.
So that would have been in the 70s, I assume.
I would have thought.
Was it 80s?
So over early 80s, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, to still have a price on it. And then that one's £2.95, so that perhaps might be a bit later. But again, you used to get the free tube of glue, look.
Yeah.
So again, that one's got the little base on the back as well.
Yeah, it's got the bigger diorama bit for it, isn't it?
That's the bigger one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've also got the Monty's Caravan and the little Daimler up on the roof, up on the mezzanine, sorry, as well. But yeah, I like these. They're just nice. You know, if we do like one, you know, weekend builds and stuff like turkey shoots and Easter and stuff, these are just ideal. They get together really quick, and they're just a bit of fun, aren't they? And, like I say, they look good. So yes. So that's what I've been up to.
Very nice. Well, you're okay because I've just found I've got some of the old reheat decals from, was it 1989?
All right, okay.
So I'll bring them up to you because you've got dials on here.
Yeah, just something I can use as obviously like a speedo and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's all right. You'll be up there because these are actually 48 scale, but obviously it's for an aircraft, so it's like you've got all dials and various bits and pieces. So yes, I'll bring it up for you when I see you at the weekend.
Thank you.
We can see that. One little thing I just mentioned over here. Obviously, part of the when we were talking about changes we were making to flooring models for the members and stuff, one of the big things you guys were asking for was chapters. So now on the videos, obviously the new one's going up, part 1, and this is obviously part 2. You have chapters. So it says working on building the cockpit and bomb bay, and then over on here, then we move on to the next chapter, which is painting the interior of the bomb bay. And then we go for another chapter, and it says painting the interior, which with RC262 and 230. And again, so all the videos now have chapters in. And then finally adding the oil wash. So we use the ABT onto this one. Chucking an oil wash right the way through it and everything. So yeah, so now we have chapters put in. So, you know, I haven't done like it so it's literally every brush stroke you get a chapter for it. I'll try to keep them somewhat, you know, spaced out a little bit. But basically it breaks it up. So a lot of people are asking for it. So also what I would do is in the notes like we do down in here, I will put them in future as well. But again, I've only just done them on the first 2 parts of the B25. But as I say, it's one of the things people are asking for. And obviously, as we said, we'll do anything we can. So we popped along and I've put chapters in now. So just to make it a little bit easier for references and finding things, you can just pop along now and find them with ease. All right. If you go on to the actual YouTube, it does list them down with clickable things and you can click on to see them. But members, from now on, I will do it in here and make them clickable and everything as well. So you'll see them down underneath. I'll get a bit of time on Friday morning. I'll get that sorted as well. But just a little bit of an update for everyone on that one. So yes,
cool.
Which is good. What we want. So in other news of things going on at the moment, obviously the fine people at Airfix don't send me a kit, clearly, but they do send me a catalogue every year. So I've got loads of these now, to be honest. I was going through them the other day. I got 4 of them. So, but yes, so obviously we spoke about it I spoke about it on the Wednesday show for members and then obviously on the Friday show for stuff, because obviously we were literally about an hour before the big release announcements and everything else. I think obviously Bravo November is going to be the most famous helicopter in English or British history, I would say, ever. So it's nice to see it's been a sort of immortalised now by Airfix doing it, and it's obviously one of the marking options I'm sure that will be coming up for it for Dan in that one. So that was quite an interesting one to see, and generally, you know, their catalogue. But again, yeah, it's all very nice, and yes, it's lovely and everything else like that. But it does have some notable missing things. Like, where's the Vixen? Just saying.
There's a Wessex.
Where's the Wessex? Where's me Wessex? Me 148 scale Wessex. So my point is, you know, if they do like they did with the Sea King, well, obviously it's not in the catalogue for last year. It's in this year's catalogue, admittedly, but it's not in last year's catalogue. So that's the only thing they're missing out on it now, because they can't put them in the catalogue. So when they do that Wessex this year, that goes along with my Jaguar and Tornado in 48 scale.
Yeah, my 48 Hampton.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, me Halifax. We'll be all right.
We'll be fine, won't we?
Yes.
The thing is, they're going to fall into that realm of the Tamiya catalogue, where it's last year's catalogue, because obviously this year's stuff is not in it because it's not been released and nobody knows about it. Obviously, there's a few bits they've put in because obviously from last Tuesday's releases, but like, we kind of know there's going to be more, don't we? Let's be honest. There's going to be other things, like we've said, which is, I like the way they're doing it, I've got to say, still, from the
I prefer it because, as I said before, it was great because last summer, obviously, you know, I got sent an email about it and everything about a month beforehand, so we could be there for it, and you didn't have to be a rocket science to put together what it was and everything, but it was really nice because it was kept under wraps. Nobody spilled the beans about it. And it was a really nice surprise, especially for me, that when we went to the release, you got the kit in your hand. That's very similar to Tamiya. You know, when they have a model show and Tamiya come along and they go, and there it is. And you're like, Jesus, it's ready to go. They say, yeah, it'll be on sale next week. You know, but that's what obviously Airfix did this time with the Sea King, and that was what was really nice. Because again, we didn't know, and when I turned up, I wasn't expecting to be given physically a kit there and then and said, there it is, go off and build it, you know, because sometimes you see built up models, but some of those aren't real ones. They're 3D printed ones from obviously the CAD files, but it's not like an injection molded kit. So you'll see those, and those might just be sat there in primer, and in the past we've seen them at shows, haven't we? Telford famously had the Vulcan, wasn't it, done like that? Was sat there just in 3D print. Wasn't the real one, it was a 3D print. So consequently, it was like, you know, everyone gets their hopes up, and it's still 6 months down the line before we saw it. So I do like it. So I'm interested to know what this summer's one will be, because you know, they've put like I said to him on the day we were there, I was talking to some of the sort of bosses there and all the rest of it at Airfix, and I said, this is really good. This is what the hobby needs, because in the summer it's really quiet. Me and Matt do these shows, hardly anything to talk about, and it's lifted that buzz that traditionally we don't see. See, it's ghost.
The spooky drawers open.
The spooky drawers are opening on their own. So when they shut, I'll be terrified. But yeah, so it is one of those things. It's like, it's really nice that, you know, they've made the effort to do the release in the summer and to sort of pull out all the stops and to have the kit ready to go. And to say, you know, it was available to the public, I think it was a month later. And even that was because of a shipping delay that wasn't actually Airfix's fault, but they were delayed a little bit longer than it should have been. And that was what was really nice about it. Instead of it just, you'll get it in the whenever, you know, it's going to come down the line, and you're like, great. So I'm really excited about nothing then, you know, but to have it there. So I think, hopefully, fingers crossed, my Wessex this year. So if I get a thing like I had last time, and it was literally, you just get that thing, and it's the old 3-word map thing. And so if that comes through, and I have a joke for that, but I can't because this is a family show. But yeah, so, you know, if that one pops along, and like last time I looked at it obviously on the map, and I knew exactly, because it's local to me, I knew exactly what it was. And it was like, well, that's probably the worst spoiler alert ever. So it was like, right, okay, that's fine. We will do that one. So if we see somewhere similar, I'm thinking it's another heli. And if it's somewhere, you know, like at a Duxford site or Cosford. Cosford will be the one. If it's anything at Cosford, I'll know exactly what it is again. So,
But again, it's good. It's good for the hobby. Like I say, that they've not put all their eggs in one basket in January, and like I say, we're waiting then till the third, fourth quarter to see them. And like we've said, by that time comes, time's moved on, and you kind of forget, don't you? Unless you know, and the buzzer's gone. So I think it's just a good way of doing it. To be honest, like I say, it's nice. at the beginning of the year to get excited about the releases, but then when you're waiting like 8 months, 9 months, 10 months down the line,
yeah,
it's hard to get it back again that you had in the when it was first announced, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's hard to get that motivation and like I say, the excitement going again. It's already been and gone. So, like I say, when they do it like they did do, it's perfect for us anyway. For us as a business, it's brilliant because it does get people's juices flowing and the excitement and looking forward to it. And the knock-on effect for that, from an industry point of view, from PM side of it, is people will then go and buy other things as well. So it's not just the kit. You'll probably get some paints or glues or whatever else. It's not just the kit being released. It's like it just might motivate somebody to build something else. You just don't know, do you? But like I say, when it goes a bit quieter and a bit dead, it's hard to keep the I wouldn't say interest, but kind of the interest going.
It is keeping the mojo going.
And the mojo and everything else. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it can be a bit of a hard slog, but like I say, last year was so sporadic with releases, or when they were coming, they were all coming together.
Yeah,
in a perfect world, you'd like one sort of every couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks would be nice.
At least once a month or something, but it wasn't. And obviously, where things are manufactured and stuff, it's getting from obviously A to B and then distributed and everything else. So it can be that knock-on effect that everything just comes in one batch. But yeah, let's see how this year pans out. Hey.
Yes, be exciting. So, but again, really nice from that point of view. I'm sure you've all seen about it now, but obviously helicopter, 72nd scale Chinook. We've also got a 72nd scale brand new tooled B-24 Liberator, which me and Matt are both fans of that particular aircraft. Yeah. So that's nice to see that one come down the line. And the other one was the Bristol Bulldog, which is a World War... Well, interwar, isn't it? Yeah, it's interwar. Famously took the legs of Douglas Bader, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we said if you do a diorama, no,
okay. Go with there.
Just me.
Just you. Just move on.
So, but yeah, again, so they're your new kit releases announced from Airfix. As I say, the Chinook looks really nice, the B-24, but also, as you say, that Bulldog looks really nice. But obviously, they have done a Bulldog before, which I assume is probably a 60s kit.
That's the little 72nd one, isn't it? God, I forgot about that. I'll tell you something you haven't mentioned: the lifeboat.
Oh yes, and sorry, yes, it's the. It's not the 7. It's the. Is it the Ocean or whatever they call it? Oh God, I forgot. Hold on.
Sardine class, isn't it?
Sardine class. Yes, that's it.
I don't know. I don't know much about lifeboats, to be honest. There's a name for it, isn't there?
Yes. Hold on, I will get it. Quick Google search. Google is your friend. Shannon.
That's it. It begins with S. Sardine, Shannon.
It's close enough. It is. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, the Shannon class.
There you go. That's the one. So it's the smaller one. It's the Shannon class. Obviously, they did the big 7, the big one. This is the next one down, I do believe, in the size. So yes, for the old RNLI. Obviously, something that's a bit close to my heart as well for that one. My dad famously used to support them. So yeah.
To be honest, it's not ships aren't my thing, but them lifeboats and stuff are. I don't know. There's something about them, isn't there? I've seen some quite decent dioramas with a bigger one.
Yes,
on seascapes and things like that. So they're not too big. That's the other thing, are they? So good release.
I must admit, and famously, John Tigger Wilkes, he did a fantastic one with an acrylic wave.
Yes.
Behind it, which unfortunately wasn't allowed at Telford, but that's another story.
I remember that. Yeah. Yes. yeah.
So, but yes, and just to keep you, there you go. That's the new 24th scale B-24. Again, very nice with corky. Nice.
Good box art again. Nice box art.
Is it? Beautiful box art. Yeah, really, really nice on that one.
Is that right? So, is that the right 109 to go with that? We don't want the old border models. Lancaster front end, do we? With the
well, you work out the angles. It means it's actually taken the wing off to be able to be there. The only physical way it could be in that aspect if it had taken the wing clean off.
That was just odd box art. Full stop, really. Yeah. But yes, quite nice. Good releases that we know of anyway from them. So fair play.
Yes. Sorry, there's the last picture. There it is.
There's the Bulldog.
Very nice. It's a smart looking plane, to be honest. I'm not into me biplanes and that normally, but I tell you, that's quite a smart one because I like the way the engine's exposed.
Is that, it says
So
building a tiger moth?
I know, but tiger moth's easy. Not a lot to a tiger moth. There's a bit more to that one, I'm sure. So yeah, really, really nice. But anyway, if you pop online, you can see all the full details and the CAD shots from them and all the rest of it. They do look, all of them, very, very nice indeed with those ones. So definitely have a look. Another thing that took our eye, because purely it's one of those ones where I'm a big kid, I'd love to drive one of these, is this. I know we glossed over this. I don't know if it was one of these shows or we were talking on a different show, but actually I just quite like this one. The options that are out there for it, for the actual Chevrolet G506. So again,
been some military versions, and obviously this is a civil one. Now we can't work out if this is actually a place or a spelling error, as in the steak and grill.
Again, this is where we need your help at home. Is that supposed to be steak as in grill, or perhaps the Americans spell it that way, and it's just us that don't?
I do. I think they spell steak like we do, to be fair.
So yeah, is that steak as in like where it is?
Hey, I've got an idea.
Right.
Perhaps that's like a vampire hunter come like...
Yeah, steak and grill.
Cook and grill. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's a covert mission.
Anyway, it's cool markings. And obviously we've got the volunteer fire brigade one.
Yeah.
From Austria. So yeah, look, they're all around on these ones. And you've got, like I said, it's more like a hearse than an ambulance, but apparently it's an ambulance. Definitely got one down for the markings. This one's quite a smart one as well for the air police.
Yeah.
For the sort of 40s, 50s. And so you get some nice bits with it as well. You get the photo etch and obviously with the decals and everything else.
I think everything's there. You need to build it in the box. You know, you don't need any aftermarket. And like I say, it's a proper jacked up panel van, isn't it? Because I know they do all the versions of it. It's typical mini art, obviously, it's like military versions and a few other versions of it as a panel van and stuff. But yeah, like I say, when we've seen those, like, you always get sort of decent liveries, I think, when Mini Art do civil stuff.
Yes.
Because they've done like the pickup truck. I think they've done that as a pickup, haven't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The double wheels at the front and the back.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's been some other incarnations of it, but it's just Mini Art. You know me, I like Mini Art anyway. I like what they do, but that's tempting, to be honest, because it's not green or military colours. You could do it like a civil one. So.
And you can do proper weathering on it. It's almost begging to be weathered. It wouldn't be one you would do nice and clean. You could like weather it, and even if it's just grime, but obviously you could go to town with rusts and all things like that as well with it. But like you, I must admit, I'm not, as everyone knows, I'm not massively into doing, my vehicles and stuff like that. But that I'm really taken with. It's one of those. I'd do one of them. That looks great. I think it's just a smart looking vehicle all round. Yeah,
there's a lot you can do with it to make it interesting, isn't there? Even like putting on a base or... a couple of figures or something. There's a lot you can do with it as a truck.
Yes,
I think definitely. There's a lot of leeway with that.
Cool
nice thing.
Indeed. Cool, definitely a cool thing. The other news this week as well is that Edard have announced that they are doing a reboxing of the fantastic AFV Club F5E Tiger. And again, this one sort of floats around in different guises. Last time we saw it was with Academy. Academy were redoing it, weren't they?
Yeah.
And now, obviously, Edard's having a go. Although it did come back out with AFE for a while. But again, some very nice ones down in here as well. So, different ones for markings right the way through. So, yes, I think, just generally, it's a smart kit. It's a very nice kit.
It's about the best F5 in 48 by a long way, isn't it, really? I don't think there's a lot to get near it. I don't think the kinetic one's as good, is it?
I must admit, I haven't built the kinetic one. I've built this one. I've got it here, to be honest, with me. I've got one of the old box things when it's the US Navy Aggressor ones. It is. It's a very, very nice kit. It's been around a while, but it's just holding its own. It's still really, really nice. But you've got lots of options, typical of Edard. You've got these, plus the fact you've got 3 more as well down in there. So you've got a Thai one. What one's that one? Is that Brazilian? Another one, US Air Force one as well. So, lots of different markings down. And aftermarket wise as well, there's loads of them for it. So, because the last time I did one of the Alconbury ones from when they were based in the UK back in the day. So nice. Very, very nice.
Like I say, for members, we've put that up on a pre-order. Obviously, we've not got the box art for it yet because, it's only just literally been announced today.
Nor have they, I don't think.
Days ago. So... we've just got the thing. So if members want to put the name down, you can do for that. The prices are up there and everything on the page. So yeah.
Definitely. Some other bits and pieces from them around. Obviously, they're doing various bits for the P47. So as you can see, some bits and pieces down in there. So yes, that's it. That's their box art already.
It's a bit
plain.
White
the
box.
other thing as well, obviously, was the engines. They've got various engines on the go. It's got the Merlin, but obviously you've got this gorgeous one from the P38 Lightning. And this took my eye because it's beautifully built and all the rest of it. Sorry, some more pictures. There we go. But that is absolutely stunning. So if you think you could bolt that to your Tamiya one and have something exceptional then, but the guy who's obviously done the painting and the weathering of it is just off the chart. That's mega. Really, really nice.
Like I say, that's a standalone on its own. Never mind attaching it to the rest of it. It could just put that on a nice little stand and there you go.
Yeah, definitely. But I must admit, I did like that. So very, very nice indeed. There it is. That's the one you want.
Built, look.
But well done, Jan. You did a fantastic job on that one.
Baronek, is it?
Baronek.
Baronek?
I think so. I would say it's Baronek, yeah.
I won't butchered your name, but yeah, good job on
Jan.
that. Really nice.
We apologise, but I have to tip my hat. That is an absolute stunning build, as you say, as a standalone. Who needs the rest of the plane?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, beautiful.
So, but I must admit, I saw that and immediately thought, I've got mine here. I've got my white top box of Tamiya one.
Yeah, but that's too priceless to build the white box. You'd have to just.
Well, yes.
But yeah, it does look really, really nice. That.
When you see it like that, it really is very, very nice indeed. Good job. Very, very nice. The other one as well, AK, only because we like to bring you the weird and wonderful as well, was me and Matt were discussing earlier. Clearly, you can't sit down in this thing. Standing room only.
And breathe in.
And breathe in, yeah. You can't be over a certain weight. You're not going to get your belly in there, are you? So
it's an odd thing, that, I have to say.
Yeah.
But again, we're talking about painting and weathering. There you go. You've got a really nice canvas there.
Yeah, definitely. But again, I as you say, my other half's into trains, and I don't think she's even seen one of these. But it's one of those ones where it's so left field, completely bizarre to be as a model kit. It probably works because it's something so different. I can see a lot of people thinking, well, look, I like doing my railroad stuff and the bits and pieces and my wagons, and now I've got something to put with it as well. Something that's a little bit interesting and would definitely be a talking point if you took it to your club meet or to your show, even if you've got people around your house, because they're all going to go, what the hell's that?
Again, that's quite compact. When you put an engine on there, even just a shunter in 35th, they're not small, are they?
No.
I mean, that one you've got there is one of the smaller ones, I would say. But it's not a small thing. With that, it's actually really, really compact and bit sort of like what's the kids program with the faces on them?
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas the Tank Engine. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah.
It'd be called Slim if he was a train on there. Slim Bob.
Yeah,
Slim Jim.
Yeah, it's cool. It is different, definitely different from them. And I know they've done some other bits as well, and they're rolling stock. So there's a flatbed and inks. They've gone big on inks, AK, haven't they, at the minute?
They have, yeah.
Yeah, it's the future again.
Bring inks back, yeah. But no, something I just thought when we saw this earlier, I was like, wow, what the hell is that? And now I get it. I think, as you say, because it's a talking point. And if you're into obviously your sort of locomotives and stuff like that, it's going to be a must, isn't it? But even if you're not, it's just something completely different, and you can only have thin figures.
I tell you what, remember the guy that I put on my diorama, the machinist bloke for the gyrocopter? Well, he's technically a rail bloke guy, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
That I sort of just adapted for it, and they do a few of them. So actually, I'm just thinking that's got me thinking now, to be honest.
Yeah, you could do that.
You could, because there's figures for it, and that's the way I think now. As long as I can get some figures in there somewhere to make it look a bit more, relatable to the human being.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot you could do with that, and obviously there's a lot of train track about, isn't there, and stuff. And
definitely, you could have your own shunting yard.
I was looking, funnily enough, at RT Diorama. Remember that company from Germany?
Yeah.
We've seen them at Eindhoven. They've got quite a few goods sheds and things like that to do with. I think they even do a station. But obviously, that'd be more for shunting and stuff. So there's probably a good shed and a few of the railway bits of buildings as well. That'd be a cool backdrop.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I
Wow.
don't know,
See,
yeah.
look, as you say, it's
Once you
again
start
that's
thinking,
it's the big crossover, isn't it, between what we do as scale modelling and the railroad side.
yeah.
You know, again, there's so much crossover between the two hobbies.
But I
It doesn't
know
take too much.
Mini
Before you
Art,
know it, you have a layout.
because Mini Art did loads of railway stuff as well, because they did the tracks, but they do a semaphore and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, there is stuff to go with it, and I think you could probably find it if you've got a 3D printer. I reckon you could find files for stuff as well. So even if it's for road sort of scale and just upsize it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, interesting.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Interesting. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
The other thing as well, Airfix, but I was going to say Bunny Club then, because I'm thinking of Edard. But the Airfix Club has been launched today. And again, they are basically going down the lines of, obviously, the usual bits and pieces that you get for this one. You get your welcome letter, your limited edition bits and pieces, D-Day, Hurricane, and a, what is it? You get it's Typhoon and the Supermarine Spitfire, the later one. So it's the blue. So these are going to be your two limited edition kits that you're getting with those. So if you are signed up to the old Airfix Club, that's what you're going to be getting. So,
good kit, that Typhoon.
It is a really nice kit, that one.
Yeah.
Spit's a good one as well, to be honest.
Just to think, you won't believe how much PRU blue we've sold over the Christmas period.
Is that so lots of people doing photo reconnaissance stuff then?
And it must be, yeah. Especially the AK one. We've seen to sell a hell of a lot of it at the minute, the real colour one. Yeah, perhaps something's going off we don't know about.
I was going to say, did I miss that boat? I can't think of anything that's new that's in that.
I can't either. That's what threw me. But when I've been picking, it's like, another, I can't even remember what number it is. I should really, how many I've picked. But how many I've picked is for the colour. When you're doing your greys and your greens and your normal sort of run-of-the-mill colours, you don't think about it. But yeah, that's not the most common colour, is it? PRU blue.
No.
But
no,
yeah,
definitely
sell
not.
a lot of it, so that's good.
Have we got that in SMS paints?
I don't know if we've got that in yet. I'm not 100% sure if it's on the thing, but yes. It could be.
We've got barley.
PRU,
we've got Azure blue.
PRU blue, look. There you go. 73.
There it is there, yeah.
Yeah, we have got it.
Ah, there we go.
So there. So if you can't find the real colour one, we've got it in SMS.
We've got it in somebody else's.
With Azure blue, and we've got one mid stones, and we're slowly building this up. Like I say, it's a massive paint range, so it's we're building it up gradually, and every time we put an order in, we're going to add to it and build it up, and slowly but surely we'll have everything. We'll start off with what we think is what they have in stock as well, but what's the most common colours, as in mainly aircraft at the minute, and perhaps some of the primaries. Obviously the black and white are out of stock at the minute, but we'll get them in when they come back in and when they have a restock at our suppliers. Like I say, we've got a jet black and a camo black, so there is blacks in there. But yeah, mainly US, a lot of RLM colours are in there. Some obviously RAF, Royal Australian Air Force, which I think their earth colour thing is to dark earth.
Yeah,
it's an alternative to dark earth and the dark, and the greens and stuff. You have to just check. Yeah. But yeah, ghost grey, intermediate. Like I say, you can see it's all there. But I have one here, so anybody who's wondering about consistencies and things, I'll show you one-to-one scale. So there we go. That's what you're getting. Do you know
Very nice.
My overhead light's a bit bright today for some reason, isn't it? It seems to be bringing out. So that is Desert Pink.
Desert Pink.
British World War II Desert Pink. But I'm sure you can use that for other things. But as you can see, it's quite thin stuff.
How many mil do you get in a bottle? 30 mil. Oh yeah, I got it there. 30 mil.
Yeah, safety.
And it's safety instructions.
And all that. Look, it's even got a little kangaroo.
It's got Skippy on it.
It's got a little roo on it. Unless that's a wallaby. What would you say?
You'll find out in about an hour time.
I know.
This goes live.
Yeah, when they're jumping all over me, I think you'll find. I'm afraid we don't get many of these type creatures in Doncaster.
Yeah, they're not popular in Doncaster.
They're not common round here.
No.
But yeah, so that's what you get. Nice little glass bottle. I'm itching to try them. I've got to be honest.
Do you get an agitator in that? It's got a ball bearing in it or not?
No, nothing. No, because I reckon because we've had that before with Adam, and then it was smashing the glass, weren't it?
It was smashing the bottom of the bottle.
Yeah. Just doing that,
people
and
shaking it and then explode. Yeah.
No, but you can always get a steering stick in there.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I mean, oh look,
Oh, you got a squirty top.
I never knew that. But I just
Oh
squirt a
no,
glass
I don't
top.
think it is. No, I think it's actually got stuck. It's that bit lifts
Oh,
off
it's
as
the
well.
cap.
It's
Yeah,
part of the cap. It's the
yeah,
seal.
yeah. I was about to say that's going to be a bit of an odd one, isn't it? I'm not picking
Yeah.
that up, but yeah, you might have to readjust that. But yeah, the thing's stuck in, which is actually he's not going to chuck it leak all over me.
No, I was going to say
So
this is
yeah,
not going to leak.
like I say, the SMS paints are in. So if you're
Hmm.
that way inclined that you can't be bothered to thin,
Yeah, that's it. If you can't
suitable
be
for you
bothered
because
with
they're ready
who
to.
needs thinners, I'll just spray it. Neat. It's
Yeah,
fine.
perfect.
You're good to go. So that's
So
all right.
that's come in. And
Mm-hmm.
while we're actually on PM stuff,
Well,
what else we've had in is some new paintbrushes. Now these are some Vallejos.
the hell?
Vallejos, yes, because our Spanish is obviously, and that's out of sync. I'm going to have to put these in
About as
sync.
good as our German.
Yeah, it is, and every other language that would kill. Let's have a look. So these are the sort of Pro Modeler. Can you see that, Phil? Pro Modeler.
See, I can't do that anymore because it's not even my copyright anymore.
No, this is the Pro Modeler range. So these are the top of the range paintbrushes. To be honest, there's other ones available as well, but we don't really stock many top end ones.
Yeah.
So I thought we'll get them in. Not badly priced actually. When we've done showing, Phil will stick the page on, and my phone's going.
Uh-huh.
I know who that is. So yeah, paintbrushes always sell well, don't they?
Yes.
And it's always good to have them in. So this is like the Vallejo range of brushes, like I say. Prices are on the site. Just go to the brush bit and they're in there.
There we go. So your price is really £6.20 up to the jumbo set is £9.95. So you get is that a flat brush and 2 pointies?
Yeah, that's just a little start set. There's a few other sets that are not in stock yet at our suppliers, but we will get them in, and then you get a set of, I think it's like 1, 2, and 3 or whatever it is. If you want these sort of top end brushes and medium brushes and whatever else. But yeah, that's just a little start set, and they don't look bad brushes either, to be
I was
perfect.
going to say, don't look bad, does it?
No.
Is that how they should be? All pointy and stuff? Mine aren't.
Well, yeah. 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 Yeah.
Anyway, a quick question. Whose idea was to change it to go to salmon pink then, the background colour?
Yeah, I like it.
Was that a company decision? Because I wasn't made aware of it till I turned it on Friday to do the Friday show and thought, God, what's happened to the site?
Yeah, it's nice. It's pastel, mate.
Oh, is it pastel?
It's warmer.
Pastel salmon pink.
It's
Although
a warmer
the trouble
colour.
is, it is. But I look at my monitors and literally I've got 2 monitors and they are that different. This one's magnolia and this one's bright pink. So I'm going with somewhere in the middle. But it's not too bad at all. But yes, it's all right.
Answers on a postcard.
If you like it, let us know.
Yeah.
Basically, there's no new arrivals and stuff because
Sorry,
nothing's
just while
arrived.
you're on, can you go to the homepage?
Homepage. Have you changed that? Oh
Home.
yes,
Go
look. Ooh,
We've updated.
Look. Updated
Okay.
after it's only been there for 6 years.
Yep. I got the little photo booth out and did it. I've been experimenting, and I thought actually the little Lotus worked out better than
Yeah.
the E-Type got brought out as some other things.
I was going to say because the last one had be 432 in it, wasn't it?
432, a mug that weren't even our colours. It was the prototype mug.
It was the old one.
And an Airfix kit that's not available no more. So, like me and Andy were discussing it. And to be fair, the P51 from Tamiya is a kit that never gets old.
Oh, it's timeless, that kit. It's a really nice kit. I love it. Yeah.
And
good
it's a
choice.
really good kit. So we just thought, well, that'll be a perfect backdrop, and then we'll put, obviously the mug and your wash and stuff in front of it as a,
Nice.
just and a bit of a Tamiya extra thin. But yes, because obviously the other one went out of date so fast, and we never to change it. So yes, we're slowly updating as we go along. But I quite like that.
Very posh. Very nice indeed.
Yeah, but if you've never built that Tamiya kit, buy one because it's ace.
Like we redid an entire show about it, and to be honest, that's my kit of the world's kit. Everybody needs one of them. Back in the day, they used to be $9.99. I know they're a little bit more now, but they're still really, really cheap. And it is still one of those kits where people often say to me, coming back into the hobby, what should I build? Build that kit, because it is just beautiful. It just goes together so well. It's Tamiya through and through, like a stick of rock.
It
So
is. Yeah, it's about 30-year-old as well now, isn't it? So
it is. Yeah,
it's
no, it is.
it's knocking on, but it still stands up as a nice, relaxing kit to build. So yeah.
In other news, some of the other bits going on at the moment, obviously Trumpeter. So, to be honest, we haven't seen their catalogue yet, so I can't show any pictures because they're not proper pictures. But they're saying 24th scale is back. Ooh, because we said they're back with 32nd. So they're doing a Focke-Wulf 190 A8. So again, big old bird, that one. And they're doing a plethora of P47Ds. So we've got a Razorback, we've got a bubble top, we've got a one with the dorsal fin, and we've got the N, which has got that fillet in the tail, I think, as well. So you've got obviously 4 new types of jumbo jugs. I don't know if you can say that.
Jumbo jugs, is that politically correct?
I don't know if that's politically correct, but that's what I'd call them if they're a group of them. But anyway, you've got 4 of them. So if you are into huge, big
that's big.
jugs...
Because you had the kinetic one, didn't you?
I did have the kinetic one, yeah.
And
the old kinetic one.
Massive.
It's a lump. It's huge.
Yeah.
So, because the thing is, it's not just it's got wings. The thing's like a brick.
Yeah.
It's like the Sky Raider. It's just a chunk, that aircraft. So that would be, I think, be really, really impressive, which is really nice. Slightly smaller scale, 1/32nd scale. They've got the FW190A6 and they're doing an A8 in that little one as well. And obviously we said before, which still amazes me, but a 32nd scale S3 Viking. So, and they're doing the B version as well. So again, that's just, it's a bit like the train. I don't understand it, but I'm not going to knock it because again, I would build it. That's the thing. So yeah, definitely. The other one as well was the Fairy Battle. Nice to see that obviously they're going through this. So this is 48 scale. Again, obviously did the Fulmer. Now we got the Battle coming out. So it looks like Trumpeter is doing that sort of theme of sort of World War II and post-war Navy aircraft, Royal Navy type aircraft. The other one as well is an IL-2 Sturmoff in 48 scale. So obviously, well, we're thinking Tammy is probably the daddy of that one. So it'd be interesting to see how that one stacks up.
Do you know what though? Mentioning the Sturm of it, because we've actually got pre-order up because Academy are doing one as well, the single seat, because the Tammy one's a 2-seat one, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And then they did the single seat one, and Academy are doing one, and obviously now Trumpeter are doing one. Zvezda do one.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? I mean, it was quite an iconic aeroplane, let's be fair, but it's nice to see it getting a bit of love from the different manufacturers, isn't it? You've got got a choice now. You're not just stuck with just one manufacturer's job. So yeah, I'm sure somebody else does one in 48. I just can't think off the top of my head who it would be. Some like Accurate Miniatures. Did they ever do one? But they did the Yak. I don't think they did. They did the Yak, didn't they? Yeah. Anyway,
interesting. And the other one, of course, is that 48 scale Trumpeter Frogfoot SU-25, because let's face it, the Zvezda one is a bit like Leprosy. So everyone it got released like the week after they invaded. So everyone was like, "Won't mention it then," and it did. It went completely under the radar, and it's a shame because, to be honest, it's a good kit. But it'd be really interesting to see what that one's like because again, they've done the 32nd one, so they must have all the jobbies from that. So it downsizes, that'd be very nice. And then in 72nd scale, so I'm quite, I'd like to do some 72nd scale stuff, but but now I've got some stuff because obviously they're doing the Intruder and Prowler family, so that would be really nice. So they're actually doing it doesn't say they're doing an A, which is a bit weird because I thought they would do an A, then they do a tram, and then things like that, or perhaps do a K even, but it's not. It looks like they're just doing the A6E, then they're doing the A6E tram version, which is the one with the sensor thing on the chin. Then they're doing a Prowler, so obviously, as I said before, you have got a couple of options if you go old school, like Airfix and stuff, and the monogram one, but obviously, up to date, you've got Kinetic, so this is going to go directly up against that one, so hopefully this has got one-piece canopies, so that'll be good. And also they're doing it in a S3 Viking as well. So again, naval stuff for that part of the world. All they need now is a Hawkeye and we're good to go. A couple of Tomcats in there and stuff, you're off. And some Phantoms maybe. And the other one as well is a MiG-19 Farmer doing the Echo. So in 72nd. But
we'll have to see if that gets released because that was mentioned last year and it never came out. So we'll have to see if we actually get that this year. It'd be nice.
But again, that's the thing with the Intruders. They were actually mentioned 10 years ago and never happened. So don't hold your breath. That's what we're saying on this one. Just don't hold your breath. It may be a case of these things never show up or turn up or anything else like that. So, yes, definitely one of those. Unfortunately, Trumpeter does have a habit of putting all this stuff in the catalogue, a bit like Italary used to do, although they're not as bad these days, and never speak of it again. I remember Italary putting in a 48 scale Merlin, the Navy version, and I got really excited, thinking, wow, this is great, because obviously Airfix did theirs. Nothing. It's like, did we? Yes, you did. Oh, well, we're not going to bother now. Thanks.
Yeah.
Just what'd you put it in there for then, eh? Hey. But
well, just think, was it the Tornado? How long that were in the catalogue for?
Yeah, that was there for a while.
32nd Tornado was about 3 or 4 years when it was announced before you actually, it actually came onto the market. I mean, it's. I think that is a bit of a bugbear. I wish companies would. I know things change and everything.
Commit,
You know what I mean? When they announce stuff, if they could actually release it and, within a decent timescale, not just leave people hanging.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. No, definitely.
Well, it is what it is, isn't it?
Oh, well, anyway. Right. Okay. So I'll be back with you. Sorry.
We're not finished.
Are we not?
Let's go to the book section.
Quick, you're going over your hour allocation.
We're not. We're 10 minutes. We start at 3.
Where are we? Books.
So we have some new books if my man's put them up.
Sorry, I don't know what's up with my thing today. I need to fix this. We've got a small blip in the matrix. So, but yes, we've got the diorama.
No. Hold on a minute. I don't think they've been put up yet.
See, look, you make me come in here and then you don't do it.
Go down the bottom.
I'm doing it. No, he hasn't done it
No,
yet.
he hasn't put them up.
See, we're here for no reason.
Oh.
It's fine.
I can't sell books if we don't show them, and they're not on the site to buy. Right.
I'd edit this out, but we will be here by the time you watch this.
Hey, I'll show you anyway. I'll have to sort this out. That's a bit of a bugger, isn't it? So look,
you have to do it that way. Yes.
I'm going to do it this way. So these are coming.
You're only doing this because it's got a Hampton on the front.
Yeah, it has got a Hampton. Actually, it's not. This is quite a nice book. Actually, it's got some really nice pictures in it.
Oh, very nice.
So that's the Fall of Iron, apparently, which will be in, and then we've got a U.S. Navy Legendary Jets from AK. So one for Phil up, Intruders.
Nice, got Intruders, Harriers
and don't show too much, but yeah, stuff in there. So that's that one. We've also got another AK book, Old and Forgotten. So if you like your extreme weathering, that'll be in. So there you go. Look, Phil, there's an idea for you, mate.
There you go. Nice bike.
Nice motorbike and some other bits and buildings and stuff and dioramas. And the last one, which I've had this book a while, and actually I really like it. It's a really, really good book. And this is apparently his bestseller, second edition.
Oh.
I think you've seen this as well, haven't you? The Eagle Has Landed.
Yeah. No, nice book.
It's from the Spanish guy who builds like dioramas and stuff. I'll show you one, really nice, really good book that. So yes, they will be in store at some point.
They will be in store. By the time you see this, they will be back in store with you. Matt will be on the phone in a minute.
Yeah. So going in the back to do it myself. But yes.
Anyway, this week there'll be a members only show, little catch up vlog with me tomorrow. Then we got the members proper show in the evening this Thursday coming, and a special show because it's almost Matt's birthday. Just saying, big 50 is approaching. He's less than a week away.
I'm less than 4 days away.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so yes, the big 50 is knocking. He's now joining the club of officially the Old Grumpy Farts Club.
Well, I've already joined that. I thought he was going to say the Saga Club.
Well, yeah, it's the Saga Club. That's it. You will be bombarded with things for your death now. So obviously it'll be, do you want a payment plan for your funeral?
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah.
So that's coming along soon. So so Thursday night's a member show. I'll be back with you on Friday, which will be the next part of the B25. We'll be up with you if I can. I might actually try and get a little bit done on the Tiger Moth, but I doubt that. That'll probably be on Monday's one. So that'll be up with you on there as well. And then obviously I'll be back with you on Friday as well for the catch-up show. So yes, full on week this week. So Nice. I'm going to carry on with this thing. Get me cockpit installed, me harnesses, all the bits and pieces inside, and get this buttoned up. And then hopefully for tomorrow's show, you'll be able to see it all closed up, which would be nice.
Lovely.
Good job. Right. Okay then, guys. We will leave it right there. Thank you very much for joining us today. We'll see you all again very soon. Happy modelling. Take care. Say goodbye, Matt. We're out of here. Bye.
Bye.